What is up, my dudes and dudettes? We are back. Behind that camera is Colleen and I am Todd. And if you are new here, we make these shockingly comprehensive videos of us converting this 2022 Sprinter cargo van you see behind me here into the ultimate adventure vehicle on wheels. Today we've got a quick one for you. Let's go ahead and open this up. Look, ma, no hands. That's a little foreshadowing for an upcoming product that we have coming out soon, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. And what do we have here? This is the AlphaRex Nova Series headlights for Sprinter vans, unrivaled lighting, and these will be going in our van today because we have the factory halogens and they absolutely suck. Now, I did look at installing the factory LEDs, but it's actually quite in depth. First, you got to source the LED headlights themselves, which you can buy them from the dealer at an insane price, or try to source them on eBay, which can kind of be a mixed bag. And then you have to get the wiring harness, then you have to get the leveling apparatuses and install those, and then flash the codes, which is actually quite a bit of work. What I like about these guys is they are plug and play. You just pop them in, plug them in, and they work. So that is why we ended up going with these. Now, I bought them from CSP Racing because I was able to get 20% off, free shipping, and no tax in California, which I will always try to do that whenever possible. Anyways, let's open these up, see how they look, and get them installed in our van. Let's get into it. When I pulled this one out of the box, it made like a little bit of a rattle. So I popped this seal off just with a twist, and the wires are just kind of jammed in there a little bit. I don't really want to add any foam just in case there's any like overheating or anything, any additional thermal traps that causes, because LEDs are pretty prone to that kind of thing. So I'm just going to monitor it and keep an eye on it. Maybe add a few more zip ties to clean this up a little bit. But I figured this is okay since this is how they ship. But time will tell. It was just kind of a little surprising. I kind of expected a little bit more organization, I guess I would say, inside there. But it is what it is. All right, we're measuring about 21.2 feet right here. Now, this is less than ideal. You're actually supposed to put this about 25 feet away in order to get the cutoff line for your stock lights. But this is the best we can do. It's also the middle of the day because this is the first time it hasn't rained here in like a week and a half. So we are taking advantage of it and making this happen. What I am doing is shining my lights on the garage here. It's hard to see in the video, but I can see it in real life. And I'm putting a piece of tape on the cutoff line, and then I'll mark how far I'm parked away so that when I switch to the new lights, I can set them up to the same height as the cutoff for the stock lights. I went ahead and added one more tape spot up here and another just reference point, just in case. Anytime I'm doing any sort of work on the van with electrical things, I like to disconnect this battery. You can see there that I need to let the engine sit off and then wait greater than 20 minutes before I can pull that plug. So we are going to set a timer for 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set that timer now. Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes.
Okay, ordering 20 boxes of Girl Scout Thin Mints.
I guess that's Apple intelligence, huh, Tim Apple? Well, because I'm an Eagle Scout and I support the Girl Scouts of America, I'm gonna let this one slide and hopefully those cookies show up before we finish this video. Since it's been raining for basically the last 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 weeks, I don't even know anymore, I lost track, I'm gonna choose to spend my 20 minutes sitting here in the sun, feeling the warm photons strike my face and invigorate my soul. Seeing the glow behind my thin eyelids as I sit here with closed eyes, thinking of what will be the next van video or dad joke that I drop on you all. What do you call a pile of cats? A meowton. How did the hipster burn his tongue? He ate his pizza before it was cool. That has been a mindful minute. We hope you enjoyed it. With the 20 minutes up and wondering what the hell that was, and no sign of the cookies Siri ordered me, I could disconnect the battery and get to work. I always use the quick disconnect by the driver's footwell, then we can pop the hood and take a gander at what we got going on. Oh, here's a shameless plug for the Moonraker Design Co. hood struts. You strutting yet? To install the lights, we need to remove the grille. To do this, remove the T25 Torx screws across the top. It's as easy as the number of licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, according to Mr. Owl. 3, because 3 screws, you know. With the 3 screws out, you can work your way down the sides of the front grille, gently tugging to release the 2 side clips. Once those are out, then I find it's best to reach down behind the grille and pop each of the 2 lower clips by hand. These ones can be a little bit of a pain, so take your time. Then if you have a front camera on your Sprinter, you'll also need to unclip that plug as well. With the grille out, we can move on to the fender liners. There are 4 pop rivets that need to come out. Using a trim removal tool, get under the head first, pull it out, and then you can pull the rest of the body out behind it. There are a total of 4 that need to come out. 1 at the bottom, 1 in the middle, and 2 at the top. 1 is horizontal and the other one goes vertical up into the upper panel. Once the pop rivets are off, you can work your fingers behind the trailing edge of the bumper and unclip it from the fender. Remember, short, quick pulls work best for these type of clips. Now, the official instructions say to remove the whole bumper, but after I started going, I felt that that was unnecessary. I removed 2 more screws, this one to the inside of the headlight, and then this one down on the step portion of the bumper. Because the bumper is pretty flexible, this gave me enough room to access those lower headlight bolts. Now we can get these stock headlights gone for good. They come off with 4 screws, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. The top 2 screws are a clean shot, but the bottom screws took a bit of finesse because we didn't take the whole bumper off. I found using a powered ratcheting tool to be the best way here. You can do it with a regular ratchet, but it's just a little bit more difficult because there's not much room in there. Then you can carefully wriggle, wiggle, jiggle, wrestle, jostle, and jive the light out of the socket, taking care to clear the tabs and not break them. And once free, you can disconnect the plug. The AlphaRex, sorry, I had to have one more excuse to use that animation in the video, goes in the exact same way the stock light came out. Take your time here if you didn't remove the full bumper, and take note of the lower tabs. Do not force anything. If something feels stuck, stop, reevaluate the situation, and then continue on. Then thread in all 4 screws, but don't fully tighten them. For the 2 screws on the bottom, I actually found it easier to start these by hand since we have that space issue from leaving the bumper on. With all 4 screws in place, there's a little bit of play in the light mounting. Move it around until you find a position you like. I chose to align it to the outer body lines and then tightened the 4 screws to hold it in place. If you remove the plastic film at this point, be very, very careful when working with tools, especially on the bottom screws. The last thing you want to do is scratch that polycarb lens on your new headlights. With the light in, you can reattach the bumper on this side, setting all the clips, attaching the screws we removed, and the pop rivets in the fender liner. And now, all we have to do is wait for night to cometh. This is where you can really see it, get a little bit of distance. You really start to see where the novas shine. That nice flat cutoff versus the blob over there. I'm going to go ahead and level this one up just a little bit to match that line there, but dang, it's looking real good. And also, let's see if this will focus. Just looks so much better on the front end than this. Okay, with that side done, all we need to do is this next side. Huh. Guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Now that we got one headlight in, we're going to go ahead and level it. You can see that it's a little bit low on that side there. And to do that, we're going to use our new Christmas present. And that means it's time for Todd's new tool spotlight.
Who knows what time it is? I'll tell you what time it is. It's time to learn about a new band tool you can use.
This, my friends, is the Wera Joker ratcheting wrench set. It's funny because in my last video I was joking about not having this, and that it proved to my wife that I didn't have every tool in existence, and she goes out and buys it for me for Christmas. So we're going to use a number 8 here on the back, and down on the back of the headlight right here is a little bolt that you can twist up and down, and that will change the levelness on the light. It's just right on the back of the headlight. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh my gosh, it is so good to have nice headlights. Wow, it is really nice. These are just, they just look so good. Yeah, I'm really happy with how they came out. Let's go ahead and turn the fog lights on too, and you can see this package. That's what the fog's on. Just looks awesome. And then this is brights. So the stock brights were actually okay. But yeah, this is really nice. I'm super happy with this.
There's one other thing that I quickly wanted to touch on. I didn't do this on mine, but there's an option to switch the DRL, daytime running lights, from white LED to amber. You need to remove this cover on the side of the light using 4 screws and a Phillips number 2 screwdriver. Inside is a small disconnected JST connector. If you connect these together, your DRLs will be amber. The lights ship with this disconnected, so if you wanted white, you can just disregard this step completely.
Well, my friends, that wraps up another video in the Adventure Van Build series. We really hope you enjoyed it. As for these headlights, we absolutely love them. I highly recommend them. They look amazing on the front of the vehicle, and even better, they work awesome at night. They are miles above and beyond the stock halogens. No cap, for real. Overall, this project is definitely DIY beginner friendly. All you have to do is know your way around a few of the common tools and you pull it out and put it in thanks to the plug and play nature of the light. The total cost of this project was $13.75. I was able to buy these from CSP Racing, no tax, free shipping, and a 20% off, which is a great deal. The normal MSRP for these is $1,650, just FYI. The total time it takes to do this project, if you aren't filming or complaining about how much it's been raining around here lately, is probably only an hour. It's really quick, thanks to that plug and play nature, like we said earlier. If you like what we are doing around here, please give us a thumbs up on this video and go thumbs up every one of our other videos. It really does help us out. If you have any questions or comments about these lights, please drop those down below. I respond to each and every one. And on your way down there, you know what to do. Slap that subscribe button. We will see you next time. Converting this 2022 sprinting cargo van, do you call a mountain of cats? I guess that's Apple intelligence, huh, Tim Apple? Garage door, you can kind of see the cutoff line here. I'm going to mark that with painter's tape. Also, if you want a 24-gallon Sprinter gas tank, I'll sell you that one for cheap. And if you want some free pallets or pallet furniture, you can come pick these up. My wife would love you guys if you got rid of this stuff from the front of our house. Okay.